This your boy Fats. I'm back. You know what I'm saying? I had a little medical issue that went on with myself that kept me, you know what I'm saying, down for a minute, but I'm back up, you know what I'm saying, doing my regular thing again. And I like to apologize to all my subscribers for not keeping in contact with y'all, letting y'all know what's going on with me. But yeah, much love to you. I really appreciate everybody for everything that y'all have done for me. And I keep everybody for rocking with me to where I keep everything, the ball moving. And for my new subscribers, new people that haven't even, locked into the channel, my channel is mainly about uplifting people, youngsters, to where they don't make the same mistakes that I made, because I made a lot of mistakes going and growing up. So, you know, but yeah, just tell them stories of how it goes down in the penitentiary to where they don't go through the same thing that I went through, you know. But yeah, much love to y'all, and let's get into this story. You don't want to go to prison, because the reason why I'm saying that is because they might send you to a facility to where everything is basically like an open dorm, and you basically, it just surrounded by all the inmates, and everything is just open to where when you sleep and somebody could do something to you or something like that. So like I said, you don't even want to go to the penitentiary to get yourself involved and stuff like that, because one day I get up in the morning, they tell me, hey, you about to go to the South Unit. So I'm like, yeah, the South Unit. So my celly's like, hey, man, you going to have fun when you go out there, man. They got all the tobacco out there. They got everything out there. You going to have fun when you get out there. So I'm like, shit, is that right? Now, this is like, I'm probably 18 at this time. So I'm kind of new to the penitentiary life. So I get out there. I'm like, shit, all right. So I get out there. Boom. I'm walking with this dude named Chuck. Now, Chuck, I ain't really know him or nothing like that. I just met him, you know what I'm saying, first time like that. So when we get over there, tell him me and him gonna be bunkies. So we gonna be cellies right there. So I'm like, shit, all right, that's cool. So I get all my stuff, put it up, you know what I'm saying, start putting it up. That's when this dude named Sean come over there. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, shit, what's going on with you? He's like, man, it goes down over here. And I was like, what you mean it goes down? He was like, you will see, man. And then he just walked off. So I'm like, shit, what the fuck? So I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to Chuck. I'm like, hey, man, what that dude, you know what I'm saying, right there, is on right there. And he was like, shit, he didn't know. So I was like, shit, because like I said, we both just got there. So shit, now then he just coming up and telling it goes down over there. So I'm like, shit, I ain't know. I just got to start preparing myself. Like I said, when we're in the open dorm, and then when I go to sleep at night, I got to make sure that I'm on point now. Because since he said that, I'm thinking to myself, and I'm talking to Chuck, you know what I'm saying, back and forth. And Chuck telling me, you know what I'm saying, how he feel about the whole situation. He's like, shit, man, I don't know, man. It's like, shit, I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying, sleep with one eye open or something like that. So I'm sitting up here, we going back and forth talking, saying about this whole situation. I get up, go to the back, you know what I'm saying, to the shower back there, you know what I'm saying, because that's where everybody smoke at. So I'm looking at, everybody doing their stuff. I ain't getting myself involved in nothing like that yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of peeping out the whole thing. I'm just kind of walking through. So I come back around, come back to my little cubicle. I'm like, shit, yeah, they be doing it up in there. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen all the stuff, but shit, I'm like, shit, I got to figure out how I'm gonna do stuff up in there versus, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and getting up into it. Because shit, like I said, you know what I'm saying, when dude telling me all that old crazy stuff up in there, I got to really be careful now. So I go to child. I'm sitting at the child time, you know what I'm saying, at the table. Now the way that they do it up in there was whoever is in the line, everybody got to fill in their table, so you can sit next to, you know what I'm saying, anybody. It just depending on it, you know what I'm saying, how the tables run out, and you probably can have somebody kind of switch up with you on the tables and stuff. But the way that they do it, they make sure that everybody sit at different tables. So while I'm sitting at the table right there, eating my food, this dude was like, shit, man, what's going on with you? He said, because he knew that I was new. I was like, shit, nothing. I'm eating my food right there, you know. So as I'm eating the food, He's like, shit, where you at? What over there? I'm in building B in dorm 3. He was like, oh, you over there? What room you in? I was like, shit, I think I was probably in 213. He was like, shit, that's where shit 2 people over there got jumped on just yesterday. And I was like, shit, for real? So I was like, damn, man, I was like, 2 people got jumped on over there. Now I'm thinking about, what I'm saying, what Sean was saying, damn, it goes down over there. Was he talking about me now? So should I get up, go back to my little cube, boom, till they're talking to Chuck. I'm like, hey man, shit, the reason why these 2 motherfucking cubes over here is open is because 2 people got jumped on. So I'm sitting over there looking at him and he's looking like, what I'm saying, like he's on one and stuff. And I'm like, shit, man, you all right, man? And he's like, shit, yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool, fast, man. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm just sitting up here enjoying myself. I was like, shit, man, look like you trying to get yourself involved and stuff. And he was like, shit, nah, man, I just went around the corner, man, hollered at a few people and got on with something. He's like, you want a cigarette, man? And I was like, shit, I don't know, man. I was like, shit, yeah, man, you can give me one, man. Just tell me what you owe. And I can go get it for you right now. I only got hygiene. I ain't really got no food, but I got some hygiene I can give you. And then he was like, shit, all right. So he gave me the little cigarette and I go back to the little back. Boom. That's when, what I'm saying, Sean come through. He's like, shit, I see you on, you doing your thing now. He got in there kind of quick, and I was like, shit, nah, man. I said, I just dip and dab, He was like, shit, if you need anything, what I'm saying, just let me know, and I can kind of get it for you. And I was like, shit, all right, man, So then I'll leave up out, put my little thing out, save a little bit for later. You know what I'm saying? I go back there, I'm looking at Chuck, and I'm like, shit, man. I said, you sure you all right, man? I said, you kind of moving kind of fast. We just basically just got here, you know what I'm saying? But you got to kind of feel everything out. And he's like, shit, man, I'm all right, man. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. So then that's when that dude Sean, come back and we sitting there talking. He's like, shit, man, y'all cool over here, Because I guess he probably already seen that, Chuck was already moving around the way that he was kind of moving around and stuff. So I'm sitting up in there. I'm like, shit, just looking at, Sean just talking to him. He's like, shit, man. Like I said, man, you got to be real careful around here, man. He's like, man, what's your name? I said, I ain't never, got your name. And I was like, shit, Fats, And he was like, shit, what's up? That's when he told me his name was Sean. So I'm like, shit, man, damn, man, what's going on with you and shit, man. So when Sean, walked off, Chuck was looking, like I said, he was looking like he was just on one and stuff. So I'm just like, just peeping him out, just basically seeing if he's all right because shit, like I said, me and him came in there together, hopefully me and him kind of rock together and if something actually go down because this is going to be our first night, as we go to sleep. Because like I said, when you in a dorm setting, you never know what can happen. People want to jump on you for just because, or they might want to try to, it could be anything. So like I said, in prison, man, it can go down at any given time. You just don't never know when it would actually go down. So I'm sitting up here saying to myself, shit, I'm gonna have to, kind of figure this shit out, because of the night, because shit, I don't want a motherfucker kind of jumping on me or anything like that. It's kind of crazy when you in environments like that where you have to always constantly think, on certain things, Like I said, y'all tell me what y'all will do in a situation like that. If you in a dorm setting or if you know somebody that's in a dorm setting or whatever, how they kind of live, just give me a little feedback on how I kind of feel because shit, like I said, I was kind of nervous at that time. Like I said, I was only probably about 18 at this time. But yeah, me and Chuck, we was sitting up there talking. I'm like, shit, man, you all right, man? I'm just constantly asking him if he all right because I want to make sure that shit, whatever he's kind of doing right now, won't reflect on when we go to sleep. So I go out to the yard at night. I'm out there walking the track like I normally do, get my mind together off the penitentiary, just think about, my life and what I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying, when I get up out that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, because that's the only time when I walk that track right there is when I can get, you know what I'm saying, get my mind together and try to focus on stuff like that, you know. I don't want to be in the motherfucking penitentiary. I don't want to be in that dorm. That track is just like something that kind of motivate me to do something. I mean, yeah, people, you know what I'm saying, exercise all the time. I wish I can exercise, but shit, I got a lot of health issues going on. That's why I kind of been out for like, you know what I'm saying, a month or whatever. But so if you got to this part of the story, you kind of understand, you know, what was kind of going on with me. I was in the hospital for a minute, but yeah, sit back and see if anybody, you know, got into it before I finish out this little story. Just make sure I'm all right, you know. Cause like I said, this is my first video. You see my little beard and stuff growing, you know. I've been down for a minute. I've been in the bed, laying up in the bed, you know what I'm saying, for a few weeks, you know what I'm saying. This is, like I said, I'm just finally getting up today, you know what I'm saying, so I can get down, start telling these stories again. But yeah, I was on the yard, you know, like I said, get my little self together. So I come back in, you know, the next day, I'm sitting up in the little dining area eating my food and stuff, you know. Now Chuck's sitting with me, so we eating. He's like, shit, man, I'm trying to get me a little package again today, man. He said, you want to get on with me, Fats? And I was like, shit, nah, man, I'm just gonna chill out for a minute and kind of fill everything out, because that's what you do when you come to a place. You kind of fill it out before you can bust your move and try to get involved with people, because you want to make sure that you're dealing with the right people. So I'm like, all right, man, shit, I ain't gonna do nothing. So we get up, you know, we walking back, and I mean, he got his head down, like he kind of depressed, and he's like, you think you can kind of help me out, give me a few of the hygiene supplies again, or whatever you got in your locker? I was like, shit, I guess he kind of already knew what I had with the hygiene. He was like, shit, I need like $6. I was like, shit, yeah, I can kind of help you out, you know. Like I said, I just met him. I ain't really know him like that. I'm just thinking me and him can kind of ride together, because, you know what I'm saying, Chuck was kind of big, you know what I'm saying, little buff, little dude, you know what I'm saying. I mean, the way that he got down and stuff like that, you can kind of tell that he was one of those individuals to where he kind of hustled on the side and whatever, kind of did little drugs and stuff here and there. So I'm peeping him out. I'm like, shit, man, everything, you know, I can kind of help you out on that. And he was like, shit, all right, man, I really appreciate it. He gave me a little dap and hug, and I guess he was kind of happy or whatever. So when we get back, I see him go around there to the other side, because, like I said, it's like a little dorm setting, but beds going down thing, and the bathrooms in the back, and you can come around, you know what I'm saying. If you have seen, or in my previous videos, you kind of know what dorm setting I'm talking about, you know. So like I said, he goes around, I'm standing up, you know what I'm saying, looking, and I see him go over to this dude, you know. At this time, I ain't know who he was or whatever, but then as soon as I turned around and stuff, that's when Sean was right there. And he was like, shit, what, he over there talking to Pac-Man? I was like, shit, who's Pac-Man, you know? He was like, shit, Pac-Man is one that kind of handle business and stuff around. He kind of does a lot of, you know, this and that, you know, kind of looks out for people and stuff like that. He kind of does people kind of dirty if they can't end up paying and stuff like that. He's like, shit, you sure your boy, you know what I'm saying, gonna be on a good page or whatever? And I was like, shit, man, I don't know, man. Cause shit, like I said, in the penitentiary, you never know what another individual can kind of do, or what his standpoint of how he looking at things and how he want to be, until you actually see something actually go down. So you got to judge as time goes on, versus, you know what I'm saying, hurry up and just saying, hey, this dude is A1. You got to make sure that, you know, whoever you're talking to or whatever at that time, that they on point, whatever they're trying to do. So like I said, I ain't really know him. So like I was telling Sean, hey man, shit, I don't know, man, shit. He was like, he said, man, shit, it kind of crazy. Like I said, it kind of goes down over here. So like in here, like in a couple days, I'm sitting up in here, you know what I'm saying, seeing him doing his thing, going back and forth, you know. I don't know what he's doing. I guess he got kind of whatever he was doing. He got kind of what he needed it or whatever. I don't know if he was doing meth. I just seen him doing weed. I ain't never seen him doing anything else like that. So I kind of figured that that's all he was kind of doing. But yeah, he got kind of a little depressed and stuff. Started asking me, you know what I'm saying, could I give him some more, you know what I'm saying, hygiene stuff so he can go back around there and get whatever. And then I'm not one of the cigarettes, so I put my little hygiene. I'm running through that stuff like money hygiene. My hygiene is getting lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Lord, I'm about to be at the bottom of my motherfucking locker. So I'm like, shit. I'm looking at it, I get a little cigarette, I come back, you know. I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying, Chuck. He kind of happy at this time. So then, like I said, it can go down at any given time. So one night, I'm sitting up in there in the bed, you know what I'm saying, with one eye open because that's how you got, like I said, sometimes you got to always sit like that because shit, you never know what a person would kind of do at the time. So I'm telling myself, I'm like, shit, dang, man, shit, I hear a bunch of noise going on over there. So shit, boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, damn, man, what the fuck? I get up, you know what I'm saying, stand up because I want to hear, because like I said, it's kind of louder. Everybody can kind of hear it, and I can kind of tell that everybody's kind of standing up too. So I'm looking, I'm hearing them going on. It's going on over there. Pac-Man cell, whooping his ass over there. I see two people over there. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, dang. So then that's when Chuck looked. He's like, shit, they over there whooping Pac-Man. I was like, shit, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, man, that's kind of motherfucking crazy. So as we was talking, that's when the guard, he came in on our side. Now, there's two ways you can come in. You can come in this door or you can come in on this door. But in the middle is beds right here. And there's beds on both sides right here. So he come in on this side, and when he come in, he hear the noise going on, boom, 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 boom. He hear that stuff. So when he puts his flashlight kind of hit me too. So I kind of, you know what I'm saying, moved my head a little bit, and he's over there looking, you know, and that's when he hit the alarm, you know what I'm saying, that he took off running, you know what I'm saying, down the thing, around the bathroom, and came back out. Seen them, you know what I'm saying? That's when the other guards come in on the other side, you know, and he on his radio talking to them, you know what I'm saying, telling them what's going on, you know what I'm saying, giving them the code, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, all that stuff. So the police come over there, get there, everybody taking them out, you know, boom. So like I said, in the morning, everybody's talking, you know what I'm saying, about what happened. And blah, blah, hey man, you know what I'm saying, Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, got whooped, you know what I'm saying, last night. You know what I'm saying, Danny and Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying, because I guess it was a Mexican and a white dude jumped on him. So it was like Danny and Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying, they did that little thing on them and stuff, you know. And I was like, shit, everybody was just telling that stuff in child. So I was like, shit, just listening to him talk. I wasn't really paying no attention or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, I was just listening to it, but also staying on point because I know how things can go down in an open dorm and stuff like that. So I get back to a little cubicle. I'm sitting there talking, you know what I'm saying, to Chuck, telling Chuck, you know what I'm saying, damn, man, that's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying, what happened to Pac-Man. He was like, yeah, man, that's kind of messed up, you know. And we sitting there talking, and that's when this dude named Melvin, he come around there, and he was like, hey, Chuck, you know what I'm saying, that what you owe Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, you got to give it to me. And when he said that, and Chuck was like, shit, all right, you know what I'm saying? So then that dude, Melvin, he walk off. And I told Chuck, I was like, man, shit, yo, how you know that dude right there? He said, man, I really don't. This is like the first time I kind of met him. And I was like, shit, man, so how you know you giving the stuff to the right person? And he was like, shit, I don't know, man. He said, shit, he already knows that, you know what I'm saying, that our old Pac-Man, you know, so I just figured that, you know, I said, nah, man, I said, shit, you don't do stuff like that, man. So I said, you got to kind of try to figure out, you know, and say what's going on. I said, when Sean come around here, I'm going to let Sean and see if he knows, you know what I'm saying, how things kind of play around there because, shit, I don't want you giving the stuff out to the wrong person, you know. And he was like, shit, I don't know, man. He's like, shit, I just don't want to get myself caught up in no situation or whatever to where somebody else feel like, you know, that I playing got bad blood around here. And I was like, shit, it ain't nothing like that. I said, man, you got to play it smart, man, because like I said, you don't ever know who Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, said he was gonna pay. You got to wait till the note, the kite come to you, to where you kind of know that, hey, Pac-Man said, hey, pay this person or whatever. Just because a person came around here saying that, you know. So Chuck was like, yeah, man, I feel you on that, man. But he said, I'm going to go ahead, you know what I'm saying, take care of it. So a little bit later on that day, that's when Sean come around and I'm like, hey, Sean, hey, who in a situation like that, you know, if Pac-Man leaves the pod or whatever, who do we have to pay, get his stuff to? And he was like, shit, he can go check, because he didn't really know. Because like I said, Pac-Man, you know what I'm saying, being in this pod, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. So he didn't really know how he really actually got down. But he said he was going to check, you know what I'm saying. So I was like, shit, yeah, man. I said, shit, wait on that, man. You know what I'm saying, just wait. And he was like, all right. So store day come. Now, on store day, like I said, that's when you got to pay your debts. You got to make sure that whoever you owe, you can't be depending on another person. Because they might not pay you. You can't be dependent on another person to give you something, because they might, like I said, they might not be end up paying you. So like I said, when I seen him getting his story and put it in his locker, you know, I was like just kind of watching him to make sure, but I had to, you know, move around and do my little normal stuff. So I go to the yard, come back in. I don't know what he did or whatever, but I guess he ended up giving the stuff to Melvin, the stuff that he ended up on. So then so like a few minutes later, you know what I'm saying, he come back around and he's like, nah, you still owe me, you know what I'm saying, $5 more. And I was like, shit, man, what, you gave him the stuff or whatever? And he was like, nah, I ain't do that. I ain't do that. And I was like, shit, what are you talking about? You still owe him and stuff. And then dude was like, shit, hey man, this is between me and Chuck. It ain't got nothing to do with you. And I was like, shit. You know what I'm saying? For a minute, I was just basically, I was just like caught in the middle, because shit, when everything kind of kicked off, I kind of opened my mouth up kind of too fast. So I was like, shit, let them kind of, you know what I'm saying, go back and forth with their little words or whatever they had to do. So then he leave off, you know what I'm saying, come back, you know what I'm saying, a few minutes later, they say he asked him, do he got it? He said that he didn't have it, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, man, you know what I'm saying, you basically gave up your whole store, you know what I'm saying, what you owed, you know what I'm saying, Pac-Man or whatever. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, shit, I ain't know that he gave up his whole store. I ain't know how many J's this man done bought or whatever. I just knew that he liked to get down and stuff like that. And you know what I'm saying? Him and his girl was going through some type of mental problems or whatever with their relationships or whatever. So shit wasn't working out for him. So a little bit later, they leave, like I said, they leave off, you know, I go take my shower, come back, you know what I'm saying, lay down, go to bed, you know what I'm saying, for a few seconds. So then that's when, you know what I'm saying, Sean come around there, you know what I'm saying, he wake me up, he's like, hey, Fats, you know what I'm saying? He was like, shit, man, everything cool, man? I was like, shit, man, what you mean everything cool? You know what I'm saying? When he said that, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, was like, shit, man, kind of looking at him kind of a little strange, because shit, like I said, he coming over there, me, it's already, you know what I'm saying, a little nighttime or whatever, and shit, everybody kind of, you know what I'm saying, laying down. He asked me, is everything cool? I'm like, shit, yeah, everything cool. So he look over at Chuck, he's like, everything cool with him? And I was like, yeah. He's like, man, I don't know who he had to pay or whatever, but shit, I mean, whoever y'all dealing with, y'all probably need to kind of watch yourself or whatever. And I was like, shit, what you mean watch ourselves, you know? Because like I said, it's this bunk I already don't, two people I already don't got whooped over here in this bunk, you know what I'm saying, right before we moved up in here. So I'm really now, I'm kind of curious now, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking to myself, shit, what this dude on Chuck don't got me into, you know? So then Sean leave off, boom, he leave off, shit. I'm like, shit, damn, man. So I get up in the morning, I'm like, shit, man. Looking at Chuck, I'm like, man, shit, that's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? The way Sean pulled up on us last night, you know. you know what I'm saying, talking about it. But sometimes people do stuff like that, you know what I'm saying. You might tell them something or whatever, and then they walk around at the pod at night, either trying to steal something or they probably doing smoking or whatever, doing whatever they're trying to do. I mean, Sean was just that type of individual. He just liked to kind of move around, you know what I'm saying, put his input in it on certain things and stuff like that. So then we go to bed, you know what I'm saying, the next night. All day was cool, you know what I'm saying, wasn't nothing. You know, Melvin didn't come around here, you know what I'm saying, fucking with Chuck or nothing like that. So I was thinking that everything was cool, you know. So I'm sitting there laying in the bed at night now. Now I'm really up because I don't know if Sean gonna come around there or if somebody gonna kind of do something. So I'm kind of up a little bit. So I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, laying in the bed, you know what I'm saying, with, like I said, with one eye open, you know what I'm saying, waking up here and there, you know, because shit, I'm just on point. I don't know what, something just made me feel like I just needed to be on point that night, you know. Like I said, after Sean done did what he did, so I'm looking and I see a couple people walking. So I'm like, because you can see the shadow on the floors, you know what I'm saying, with somebody walking from the bathroom, because they keep that light on all the time. So you can kind of see if somebody kind of walking. So I see a shadow. I'm like, damn. So I look up, you know what I'm saying, for a second, you know. So then that's when, you know what I'm saying, Melvin and another dude come in. I don't know who the other dude was, you know, because he probably was in another pod because I ain't never seen him, you know what I'm saying, before or whatever in the dorm. So he come up in there, boom. They end up jumping on Chuck, you know, boom, start punching on him while he was asleep, you know what I'm saying? And when they did that, I kind of jumped up. I'm like, hey. I said that kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little bit loud, you know. And then everybody, once the noise get to going on, that's when everybody kind of wake up, because everybody, like I said, in the dorm, everybody sleep lightly. Don't nobody sleep hard. If you sleep hard in the dorm, you know what I'm saying, something's kind of crazy with you. But yeah, everybody jumping up, they looking, you know what I'm saying. This dude across the hall, you know what I'm saying, he run over there, try to break it up a little bit. I'm just sitting there, you know what I'm saying, on the bed, you know what I'm saying, just looking. Cause I'm kind of waiting, just making sure that this shit don't go down with me, because shit, I don't want nothing like that to go down with me. So I'm sitting there, you know what I'm saying, just on point, like shit, I'm gonna hold on for a second, you know what I'm saying, just in case somebody, you know what I'm saying, come over here running on me. But they just jumping on Chuck, you know, boom, 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 boom. He said, you gonna pay me my motherfucking money, you gonna pay me my motherfucking money. That's what they kept saying. So this dude that was trying to break it up, you know what I'm saying, he was kind of older dude, so I'm thinking that he probably ended up having a heart attack or something like that, because shit, like I said, he was older dude. He was trying to break the fight up, but they was over there doing that little stuff, you know what I'm saying, stomping on the man, you know what I'm saying, for a second. But it was so loud, you know, that the police, you know, like I said, at this time, they was already coming through every few seconds, you know what I'm saying? So when else they came through and they seen that it was going down again over there, you know, because like I said, it goes down up in there, like Sean was saying, it goes down in that pod. And I was just looking at that whole situation like, damn, man, shit. I thought they was gonna put me in cuffs or whatever, but shit, they end up, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I mean, Sean, I mean, Chuck, you know, Sean was just calling me on the phone. That's why I said Sean. But yeah, Chuck, you know what I'm saying? He was a cool individual. I mean, he was kind of bloody over there a little bit, you know what I'm saying, from them doing what they was doing to him. You know, I don't know if they had any type of weapons or nothing like that. It just looked like they was just swinging on him and stomping on him and stuff like that. But yeah, when the police came up in there, one of them tried to break it up when they seen that the police officer, you know what I'm saying, tried to break it up. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, boom, pushed him back, you know what I'm saying, a little bit, and kept doing what they was doing. By this time, I get up, and when I get up, I'm looking at them fighting. They like they close range. I got to kind of, you know what I'm saying, they right here, one's by the locker box right here, the other one's, you know what I'm saying, doing this thing, you know what I'm saying, kicking them by the locker box, and the other one's punching them right there. So I'm trying to get up out. But the old man right here, you know what I'm saying, he's right here blocking me to where I can't hurry up and get out. So when the police, you know what I'm saying, trying to get up in there as well, I'm like, shit, damn, how the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get out this whole situation. So I don't know if the police thinking I'm doing something or whatever. But shit, I end up, you know what I'm saying, getting up out there real quick, you know what I'm saying? And the more police end up coming in there. They end up taking everybody up out that whole situation, you know, and taking them, I guess, back to the max, you know what I'm saying, which was across the street, you know. But shit, when I come back in there, they let me come back in there. I laid down in the bed. I didn't even go to sleep that night. I stayed up all night. I probably stayed up a couple nights because shit, I didn't know what was gonna actually happen when it comes to that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when you in one of them open dorms like that, when you in a penitentiary, you got to sleep lightly. You know what I'm saying? You got to worry about the booty bandits looking at you or somebody trying to jump on you or just trying to rape you or anything like that, man. It could be any type of stuff up in there that could be going down up in the penitentiary. So, like I said, you know what I'm saying, you don't even want to get yourself involved in nothing like that or find yourself going to the penitentiary because once you get up in there, you're going to have to learn how to protect yourself. You're going to have to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, do all type of stuff. You're going to have to learn how to talk to these people, the prison lingo, everything that you're going to have to learn, you're going to have to learn it up in there. And once you get up in there, like I said, you know, you got to be on point with everything. So my best advice for you is don't even go to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you stay out, do something positive on the street to where your family will recognize you more better than recognizing you being in the penitentiary. You know, like I said, you don't even want to be in those type of situations like that. You want to make sure that everything is always good with you, your family, your friends, your kids, you know, just stay positive with everybody and stay focused. This is your boy Fast checking in with you. Y'all stay up and be peaceful.